Ma'am, in my friend's phone, it is showing that it has reached the limit of 100 students, 100 participants.
Priya,
Just wait
Priya,
for
wait a
2
minute.
minutes. Yes, yes. Just wait for 2-3 minutes.
Just wait for a minute. We are getting back to you. One
Yes,
minute.
yes.
Sucharita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if they've reached the limit, they won't be able to join. So ask them to join through Facebook.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just checking the link and then directing the student, ma'am.
But tell them, beta, just wait. We will share the Facebook link with you. The children who are unable to join, you all can join through the Facebook.
Okay, ma'am.
And we will record your attendance, so don't worry on the certificates.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, girls. Whoever is not able to join your friends, please tell them to stay. We will share the Facebook link with you. Okay?
I think you need to share the Facebook link just now, whosoever is controlling.
Okay.
You see, JDBI students are waiting, so you need to share that immediately.
Okay, okay. Okay, we are sharing just a minute.
Sucharita, just put it in the BCom group so that the children can take it from there.
Okay,
BCom
ma'am.
group pe post kore da.
Okay,
Pritha will have the access. Okay, bole da BCom 3 te post kore da.
Yes, ma'am. I'm posting.
Good morning, everyone. And once again, a very warm welcome from Calcutta Business School. This is Chandrajit, once again welcoming you all the students and all the luminaries of J.D. Birla Institute for yet another innovative session from Calcutta Business School with the topic Digital Marketing, Disruption and Evolution. So let me first extend a very warm welcome to the eminent personalities who are present today and will also preside over this session today. The guest speaker of today is Mr. Devajyoti Banerjee, Mr. Saurabh Ghosh, Senior Advisor of the group, our Secretary General, Mrs. Brotati Bhattacharya, our Principal in Charge, Professor Don, Dr. Dipali Singhvi, Principal J.D. Birla Institute, Professor Shanjana Mondal of CBS, our moderator for today's webinar, and last but not the least, Secretary General of Vidyamandi Society, the very Honorable Brigadier V.N. Chaturvedi. Before we proceed with the introductions, a little in detail, let us first take you through a short video of Calcutta Business School. Can we have the video, please?
I think there is no sound. Can you please look into the sound, please?
Then you are welcome to Calcutta Business School. Center of Excellence. Centered on excellence.
It all started in the year 1920 when some eminent industrialists of Kolkata founded the Marwari Balika Vidyalaya. Later, in 1954, Sri Shakshatan School was founded, and in 1955, Sri Shakshatan College came into being with the objective of further propagating quality education to girls. All these institutions have continued to excel under the management of the Shakshatan Foundation.
It has been guided by industrialists like President Mr. S.K. Birla, Director Emeritus, Birla Brothers Private Limited, Mr. Siddharth Birla, Vice President, Mr. G.K. Khaitan, Trustee and President of Shakshatan College, Mr. R.S. Goenka, Trustee and MD of Imami Group, and many other reputed industrialists. The Secretary General of the Foundation is Mrs. Brothuti Bhattacharya.
Greetings. I would like to speak a few words about our institution, the Shakshatan Foundation. The year was 1920, when some of my forefathers thought that female education needed to be propagated much more actively than was the custom in those days. And we donated from our family 2 buildings in the heart of Bada Bazaar for the girl child to be educated there. That institution is still working. The latest addition to our bouquet of institutions has been the Calcutta Business School, which was started a few years ago on a 15-acre plot of land and not very far away from IIM Calcutta.
Calcutta Business School offers an AICTE approved, autonomous, 2-year full-time residential program on postgraduate diploma in management, majoring in subjects like finance, marketing, IT, operations and human resource. But it's the unique cluster of courses
Kolkata is the city of joy. It is the cultural capital of India, a city which has its soulful embodiment of culture, love, mystery, respect and enthusiasm. A city that upholds a perfect juxtaposition between the old world and the modern one. It has given us many Nobel laureates over the years. It has iconic institutes like the Calcutta University, the National Library, Presidency University, Bishwabharati, IIM Calcutta, and many such legendary institutes. Calcutta Business School's AICTE approved PGDM program is carrying forward this rich legacy of Kolkata.
Well, that was a very nice presentation from Calcutta Business School. We had a small little technical glitch in between, which sometimes happen in these kind of very, very significant webinars. So let me just take you through The Shakshatan Foundation, because we all belong to one family today, all of us are here, assimilated under one umbrella, which is Shakshatan Foundation. Shakshatan Foundation is the apex body which establishes, administers, and manages the following educational institutions. The group has more than 10,000 students and 500 staff members. The Marwari Balika Vidyalaya, which was established in 1920, which means we are celebrating our centenary today. Sri Shakshatan School, established in 1954, followed by Sri Shakshatan College in 1955, and last but not the least, Calcutta Business School, established in 2008. Trustees of the society started a residential management institution styled as Calcutta Business School under the stewardship of Mr. S.K. Birla, who is also the president of the society, Shakshatan Foundation. And there are also other eminent industrialists very closely associated as trustees like Mr. Siddharth Birla, who is the vice president of the trust, and a few other eminent trustees like Mr. G.K. Khaitan, Mr. G.P. Goenka, Mr. R.S. Goenka, Mr. Arun Saraf, Mr. Pavan Poddar, and Mr. Raghu Modi. Calcutta Business School is one of the top AICTE approved autonomous management institute in the Eastern region. It was established in 2008, offering a 2-year full-time postgraduate diploma in management and management development programs. This business school, modeled on the top-ranking business schools of the country, located in a sprawling 15-acre residential, eco-friendly, and smart campus on the outskirts of Kolkata. Several activities are conducted throughout the year which transform and empower the students. Mrs. Bratuti Bhattacharya is the First Lady Secretary General, and Sri Shourabh Ghosh is the advisor of the group. Mr. G.K. Khaitan is the chairman of the core point committee of CBS. Well, the journey continues as we march together to empower and transform all our resources. Now, let me introduce our guest speaker for today, Mr. Devajyoti Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee is the founder and CEO at 7 Boats Infosystem Private Limited. He's a Google certified digital marketer and a trainer, LinkedIn certified WordPress and SEO expert, brand strategist, consultant, and an entrepreneur. He's a BTech in computer engineering and postgraduate in diploma in marketing. Devajyoti has about 17 plus years of domain experience in digital marketing services and training with 500 plus clients and 40,000 plus students in 165 plus countries. He has been invited and felicitated by 25 plus top B schools and universities, including AICTE, ATL, FTP, UGC, HRDC, IIM Shillong, IIM Rohtak, IIT KGP, Kharagpur, IIT Guwahati, Ranchi University, and many more. He has been awarded with more than 20 national awards, and he has received notable media coverage. We also have a very warm welcome for a very honorable Brigadier V.N. Chaturvedi. Brigadier Chaturvedi is an Indian Army veteran of 1983 vintage with varied exposure and experience in the educational field in the Army Educational Corps and elsewhere, spanning over 36 years. He finished his schooling from the Amartya College, Lucknow, and completed his post-graduation in English from the Lucknow University, winning the much-coveted White Memorial Gold Medal in 1980. Apart from his varied instructional experience at the RIMC Dehradun, Indian Military Academy Dehradun, Indian Embassy in Afghanistan, and Sainik School Satara, he was the Deputy Director General of the Army Education at the Army Headquarters before retiring from service of the Indian Military Academy Dehradun as its academic head. Today, and he is presently the Secretary General of Vidyamandi Society, the trust that manages the affairs of renowned schools and college in Kolkata, namely Birla High School and J.D. Birla Institute. Before we proceed with the webinar and the session, I would again invite you to have a look at another video that we have in front of you. Let's have the video.
Or essence, then you are welcome to Calcutta Business School. Center of Excellence, centered on excellence.
Our trustees had a vision to set up a business school which would cater to the graduate students and also to working managers to fulfill their aspirations. As a result, our emphasis is on curriculum, on students' welfare, on placement, and also on different types of incubation centers to hone the skills of all the students.
Business School opens the door to an excellent tomorrow.
While selecting a B school, what should you look for? Good curriculum, knowledgeable faculty, excellent infrastructure, good placement, overall personality development? Calcutta Business School has it all.
We welcome you all to this beautiful campus of Calcutta Business School. Calcutta Business School is all about a place where dreams are fulfilled. We have a very, very strong value system. As a group, we have 10,000 students and over 500 faculty and staff members. Our curriculum is all about being learner-centric, where each way, the learner moves ahead on their own. There is experiential learning, transformation, and they are all employment ready because there is an industry connect.
The campus is thus a perfect example where technology and nature meet to educate and develop the next generation of managers, leaders, and entrepreneurs.
Results speak volumes. Students are carefully groomed before they go for interviews, resulting in a track record of 100% placement across 35 sectors and 40 varied functional roles. All students are absorbed as management trainees and are confirmed in the management cadre. Some also go abroad for higher studies. We are proud to place our students in reputed companies in India and abroad, like Merck's Line, McLeod Russell, Ever Ready, PricewaterhouseCoopers, HDFC Bank, KPMG, and many more.
Well, I think that was a great video. Thank you, Sunil and the IT team of Calcutta Business School. So we are all set to go. Now I invite Professor Shanjana Mondal, our very own faculty from the Calcutta Business School, to kindly moderate this session, and I hand over the sessions to her. Thank you very much. Welcome, Ms. Mondal.
Thank you, Mr. Mitra. I welcome Mr. Banerjee. Good morning and Shubha Navavarsha to you.
Good morning, Professor Mondal. Shubha Navavarsha. Thank you, Mr. Mitra, for the brief introduction. And thank you all the participants. I think I'm audible properly.
Yes, you are clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So today we are going to start a wonderful session titled Digital Marketing, Disruption and Evolution. So Mr. Banerjee, since nowadays so many webinars are going on, students usually to hear a webinar for a long period of time, it becomes monotonous. So we feel that let us do it in a conversation mode. So do you feel it's a good idea?
Definitely, it's a good idea because, like I am into this field since last almost 12 years. And the last year, 2020, since on, I can't remember actually how many webinars I have conducted. And what a common thing that I have noticed that, yes, attention span is very less. And in a small screen, it is very difficult to, keep your attention. So basically, it's a good idea that if we keep this in a conversational way, in a storytelling mode, so that people can, they can enjoy this session.
Right.
So very good initiative. Thank you.
So in that way, I would ask few questions to you. I think that would be the interest of the students. They could learn many things from here and could take different things, right? So, on the topic, let me ask you the first question. What do you think are the upcoming trends in the digital marketing?
Well, I will, since the attention span is very less in webinar mode, I will go with some topic-based things like your question is what are the upcoming trends? So I will show in this way. So I think everybody can look into this. So this is AI, AR, VR, data, and voice. So these are few pointers I have mentioned here. And you can say these are the headings you can say for my conversation to start with. So now coming to this point once again, AI, AR, VR, data, voice. Now what is this? These are some of the technologies, emerging technologies that are coming here. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, what is the use case of this? Like we can use chatbot automatically they will start conversation, and we call it NLP, natural language processing. So the bot can gradually with time, with communicating with the audience, they can learn like human type of languages understanding, and they can answer it, so automatic. And it is used for lead capturing. So this is one use case of AI. Another one is, suppose in many educational sector, there are people, there are students from different backgrounds. Now their priorities, their career scope might be different. Now the colleges or the universities, they can come up with AI based solution where they can provide a learning management system, but in that system, defined on the based on the specific preference of the student, the course modules will be provided to them. So this is another example of case study use cases of AI uh, to give customized content. We call it personalization. So personalization is also an upcoming emerging trend in digital marketing. So the personalized marketing through automatic, AI, artificial intelligence. The second one is we call it augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. Now we have seen some kind of 3D films. We all know how it feel. Similarly, in augmented reality, many applications, many solutions, many kind of content, even kind of educational content, this is also coming up with augmented reality. That means you will see, and also hologramic effect also are coming. Like suppose I am taking class from here sitting in my home, and you will see the hologramic image in your college campus. Similarly, just I am talking, the way you will see that hologramic image. So that is another upcoming things, emerging technology that is coming up. Apart from that, augmented reality is coming up. You can have an app. You can point it in different region of your room, and you can see some characters, some pointers. So educational learning can be done. And along with like mixed reality, virtual reality in travel tourism sectors, this is also an upcoming trend. And because of this COVID, people are also, businesses are also thinking about this sort of solutions. And most importantly, another thing is coming in the emerging part, that is the voice search. Most of the people, even we also right now, we have Google Assistant, we have CD, we have Alexa. So we just give them the voice command and we get the result. So voice search is also increasing day by day. People are using smartphones. So the mobile part will also be upcoming one. Apart from that, few other technologies are there that are also booming, like blockchain for the security one, cyber security things. And one more thing I will want to highlight here, that we call it shorts. So this is called shorts. Now this is one type of content that is very trendy, and it will stick at least for next 4 5 years. Now shorts means specific, very short, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, max to max 1 minute video content, and in a very contextual but with fun and other kind of emotions linked to it. So this kind of content generation, that is also an emerging trend in
You are not audible, Mr. Banerjee.
how they want to recruit. All these process, these are all linked, but these are also getting changed. So I think I will come to the next answers, that how you should kind of you have to adapt these changes, and how you look into a career perspective.
Right. So, Mr. Banerjee, as the definition goes of disruption, it's radical change to an existing industry or market due to technological innovation. And post-pandemic, it is very obvious that every company, everything is now, there is no other way rather than embracing the hands of technologies today, right? So, in
Right.
this case, I would like to understand that how the job market would change and how the student should adapt to that change.
A very, very relevant question in this context, Professor Mandul. I want to highlight here and few things, and it is the hard truth. So all the students, all the participants here who have planned to do post-graduation or to do job or any kind of higher education, higher studies, it is applicable for everyone, each and everyone that I am going to say. And it is very hard truth. So don't take it in a different way, but rather I would encourage you to be flexible and prepare your planning in that way for future. So first thing, this is called the gig. I'm showing you here gig. So what is gig? Gig economy means smaller parts, smaller chunks, smaller type of work divided or distributed into many people from various background. Now, what does it mean? So gig economy actually is giving you the flexibility, the companies, what they are doing. For example, if I go with a permanent employee, what will happen? I have to take care of their, personal things, their family affairs, their, month-to-month salaries. Along with, I need to check with my ROI how they are contributing. So overall, complete liability and responsibility will also come uh, to the employer side. Now, with this COVID situation and all these things, there are certain changes we have noticed in the industry that many companies, even the big ones, they are also hiring contract employee. Now, understand this term, contract employee, that means it's a specific time period contract and you have to deliver certain things. So this part is very clear and company will not take that much liability regarding you. Now, this is exception. There are certain exceptions, 2%, 3%, 5% max to max companies are there who still who are hiring people for permanent employment. But I'm talking about in a generic aspect. The market scenario is like that. This is the gig economy. So we also call it like, this is also rising. We call work from anywhere, WFM. So work from anywhere. It can be your home. It can be anywhere on road. So work from anywhere, gig economy. Now, how you have to change yourself? First thing, you have to change your mindset. What mindset? The mindset is, I mean, I'm spending some money for learning, for doing my PGDM or doing my graduation. I've spent this much of money. Now I should expect, I'm well educated. I should expect a job of say 30,000 or 50,000 per month. Forget about this comfort. Now, how you have to prepare? The hard truth is that we call it performance-based recruitment. So PBR, performance-based recruitment, performance-based appraisal. These are the upcoming trends. That means if you are performing, you are fine. If you're not performing, you are not fine. Now you can ask that what is the humanitarian ground here? Now in business, humanitarian ground is there, but to mitigate the risk of losing money for a non-performing asset, many companies they are preparing some kinds of terms and conditions that they will hire contract employees. They will go with gig-based projects. So what they will do? They will select for a specific job. Some specific skill set is needed. Now that might not be in a permanent employee. So what they will do, they will give it to many people and they will select from them a specific skill set. So it would be easier for them to get better ROI. So what you need to do as a student, you should understand this gig economy clearly and prepare yourself. Like if I am doing a PGDM, it does not mean that only doing the course curriculum, doing the PGDM, and I will just raise my hand, praise the Lord, and I will sit that okay, I will get a placement. And if I'm not getting the placement, then okay, scold them, talk about negative things. No, you need to change yourself in a way that you should understand that okay, gig economy, these are the skill set. Now see, people are saying jobs are less. Yes, jobs are less. Robots are coming. Now see, to run the robot, there are certain other technical things, new jobs are emerging. So what you need to do, you need to upgrade yourself, continuous learning. And you should look that what are the upcoming emerging technologies and what are the sideways that I can learn so that I can mitigate my risk of losing a job. And you can associate with multiple companies with gig-based work, and you can earn more than a permanent employee. I have a lot of examples of my students who are doing this kind of work, and they're very happy. They're getting their time. They're spending like family time, as well as they're attached as a consultant, independent gig worker. I'm just telling the terms here, not exactly I'm meaning worker, but as a gig employee, they're associated with many companies and they're getting good money from them. And if they're performing well, then there is only obviously there is a human relationship is there. So companies, they once they see that okay, this gig he has done very well, pretty well, or she has done pretty well, so the next gig, similar kind of work, they will try to avoid the same person. So you can build a relationship and you can get more and more job offers. So you just need to have that kind of mental frame that with my, see, I just give you one example here. Suppose if you say I'm only higher secondary pass and I have learned digital skills and all these things quite good. At initial stage, what will happen? At initial stage, you will start with this curve. Say this one, a small one. Now, within four years or 5 years with your performance, you can go to this one. It's a limousine, right? Now you say, what is the academic importance of academic background then? Now, giving you the example, if you are a PGDM or if you are having an engineering background, at the initial level, say within 1.5 years or 2 years, you can start with this. Now coming to the catchy point, you start with this. Now you have to sustain. You have to sustain with your performance. So that is the most important part. How to sustain, how to upgrade your skill continuously. So that is the mental framework you have to keep on, right? And just giving you an example here, academic background, obviously, we see as company owners, business owners, that does not always matter a lot. But frankly speaking, it matters. It matters when you are, rising to the ladder, because once you get a position or designation like senior manager, and if somebody asks your profile for a speaking event or webinar event, if they see that you are only HS pass, there might be some question. But after seeing your credibility, your performance, the perception may change, but it does not always look good. So that is why we say that with a kind of degree program, along with this kind of additional skill set like emerging technologies, digital marketing, all this that is coming up, it will give you better mileage. But you have to ensure that you should sustain, you should continuously learn things, and then it will be helpful for all of you.
Yes. So, Mr. Banerjee, as I can understand, and as I know that due to this disruption in the digital platform, there are various new job opportunities are coming up. Like one can be a blog writer or a content writer, so certain things like that. So, can you throw some light on this? Like, what can be the various career prospects for the students after learning digital marketing well?
See, there are a lot of new job opportunities are emerging. Number one, like we say, digital marketing executive. Now, normal traditional marketing, maximum companies after this COVID and the second wave is also coming, so they are completely shifting towards digital. So overall, holistic approach, digital marketing knowledge, that is emerging. That more and more companies, not even the non-core, non-IT companies, manufacturing companies, travel tourism, they are even the hospitals, medical industry, they are asking for digital marketing people. So this is number one. Second, there are a lot of micro jobs, gig jobs. Now, gig job means specifically Facebook, like running ads on Facebook, running ads on Google. So we call it online advertisers. So online advertisement consultants. So this kind of jobs are also emerging. Third one, like you said, Professor Mondal, like blogging. Blogging for corporates, blogging for companies, that is also coming up. Blogging, personal blogging, and earning from affiliate marketing, from Google, from YouTube, from vlogging. So that is also coming up. So more and more people you can see, they are now into their YouTube platform. They have their own blog they are developing, and they are actually continuing with their passion into profession. So they feel they enjoy it, and they also earn money. So blogging is also another one. Apart from that, there are certain new jobs, like I have already told you, shorts, this kind of shorts and videos, video content. So many companies, they're actually looking for this kind of people who can write the scripts, small scripts, short scripts, and they prepare the video content. It can be with the kind of emotional things, like it can be humor, it can be fun, it can be any social issues that can trigger the emotions of the people, the audience. And this kind of video editors, video makers, this kind of script writer, so this kind of job opportunities are also emerging. Apart from that, certain new things like chatbot, making artificial intelligence chatbots, kind of strategic things that you can implement with your website. So kind of graphic design, animation part, game development, mobile application development, and cyber security, because digital things, when like people are using, they are not always aware about the pros and cons of using this. So cyber security, digital security, that type of job opportunities are also emerging. Apart from that, few new upcoming things, like we call it marketing analytics, data driven marketing, programmatic advertising. So you analyze the data, you come up with a solution, you come up with some new strategies. So this kind of jobs are also emerging in the market. So these are all new types of jobs that are emerging. Next level of job that will come from, like I have told you, like voice search, like IoT, Internet of Things. So you should know about these things, how you can evolve, how you can get this kind of skills. There are a lot of courses available in Udemy, lots of YouTube videos are there. In past time, I would recommend all of you to go through that, learn that, because one thing you have to remember, learning will give you long-term results. It may not be visible that after learning IoT, it is not exactly giving you a result next day, but who says that in next 1 year you will get the first mover advantage when there is a requirement of job, that this person do know this IoT things and all this thing. So learning should be continuous. You have got job, that means I will stop learning. It should not be the case.
Right. Yes. So, Mr. Banerjee, now I think that you will also agree with me that this digital disruption is mostly leveraged by the startups, right? So, in that case, few of the students may wish to be an entrepreneur, or they have their businesses, right? So, in that, can you just tell us what is digital entrepreneurship and how to leverage that?
Right. So coming to that part, uh, see, if we say everyone, if we suggest that everyone to be entrepreneur, that is not also wise, but it is also not good to say that you should not have the entrepreneur mentality. Coming to this thing, that for many companies, that can be a startup, that can be a big company. I'm just sharing one thing. Interviewers, they mostly try to understand from a candidate, forgetting about their academics. I'm not talking about the academics. The first important part, they try to understand how you handle failures in life, and what are the biggest failures and how you have handled them. So first thing, they try to understand the attitude, the mental framework of the candidate. So this is very, very important. So if you think that this is, I only focus into the technical part of my subject, I'm very good, but actually companies, they want to take from this angle, that how you handle failures. Because if you can handle failures with the right kind of attitude, with the right mix, then only you can be in the top ladder, top position. So companies, they look into that way, and that is why they prefer people with entrepreneur mindset. Now coming to this part, entrepreneur mindset and entrepreneurs, both are different. Entrepreneurs means who have the entrepreneur mindset and they are doing something for their own. An entrepreneur's mindset means they might be working somewhere, but they have that kind of ability. If you ask me, Sundar Pichai, obviously he has entrepreneur mindset, but he's working for Google, Microsoft, whatever, Google. So So this is the kind of things that we need from the people who are coming for interview. Now, digital entrepreneurship, there are a lot of things you can do without investing much, because most of the cases we see that people ask us, sir, I don't have that much of money. From a very mediocre family, so I don't have money to invest. So how to start? Because every business that needs, investment. But digital entrepreneurship is the fun part. With digital entrepreneurship, without very nominal investment, if you know how to stand out, how to build a website, how to build a blog, how to do YouTube videos, and you can be an influencer in Instagram. You can have millions of followers. We have lots of examples here that people are, and then earning opportunities will come to you. For example, suppose if you have 1 million followers on Instagram, and if some companies they see that your all the videos, they have funny videos or memes videos or whatever, any type of content, you have engagement of around say 70,000 to 1 lakh. So obviously companies will come to you and they will ask, promote our brand shortly with your content. So you will get opportunity to earn money. So there are a lot of earning opportunities with digital entrepreneurship. You can start a blog, you can go with YouTube blogging, you can earn from Google AdSense. We call it AdSense program, where Google will pay you certain percentage commission. There are affiliate program like Amazon affiliates, like Flipkart affiliates. There are a lot of affiliates programs that are available in market. You can join them. Apart from that, you can start your own freelance consulting firm. You can make a website so that people, if search independent digital marketing consultant or whatever, independent financial advisor in Kolkata, in your specific region, your website, your blog will come at top and you will get inquiry. So this is another way of earning money. Apart from that, you can lend your voice. There are a lot of platforms where voiceover platforms are there. There are a lot of platforms where you can sell your designer items. You can also sell your paintings. You can also lease your website. You can make a website. You can sell a complete website. Like you build a travel website, you can get it ranked in Google search, and then you can sell it to any other travel agencies. And what they will eager to pay you because they're getting a running site, getting leads. So this kind of lot of ways are there. You have to be creative, innovative in terms of doing digital entrepreneurship. But running, buying a domain name, making a website, it will hardly cost you very less if you consider in terms of manufacturing or other where capital investment is required. But digital entrepreneurship, in that way, you can start from your home with a small blog or website and you can do wonders. There are a lot of examples. I have students who are running successful YouTube channel of recipe channels, successful YouTube channels of like fun videos, successful YouTube channels on medical sources, medical news from right sources. And I know some websites, some blogs who are also doing kind of e-commerce business. I have students who are doing e-commerce business. Very simple. They have started with an e-commerce site. They have started with the Amazon affiliate program. Then gradually they have started their own, producing their own product from Bankura, from Purulia, different kind of earrings and all those stuff. And they started selling it. And gradually they have got also funding. So be positive. You have your two hands, two legs, one brain. You have your educational background, you have support and love from your friends and parents, so you can do wonders. So it's not necessary that you have to just sit idle and think in a very, we call it uh, you know uh, multi-channel, omni-channel presence. You should have in your mind also. You should not single, we call it when you are working, become single focused, but you also think in a multi-dimension way that okay, this is number one, this is my backup plan two, this is backup plan three. So you should upgrade your skill in all areas so that you can mitigate your risk of losing a job or not getting a job. Okay.
Very interesting, Mr. Banerjee. I think the students have learned many things, but now the one question would come to their mind, that is, what are the academic background that is needed for this being a digital marketer? So if you can tell them about this.
See, as a recruiter, what we look from a candidate, very frankly speaking, we look from a candidate first thing, as I already told you, we try to understand and evaluate that how they handle failures. This is the most important part. And the second part, we want to see this one, how smart they are. Now, smart means not like this, I'm very smart. It's not like this. This smart has a specific meaning. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. These are the 5 qualities we want to check from a student. Specific, they must be very specific why they are looking for this job, why in this company, what they have researched. So this is very important. So the homework, the research work, we want to see that how this candidate they're doing. Second one, measure. So how they will measure their activities, whether they are in right track or wrong track, how they will showcase that, yes, this I have done. So what is the process? Third one is achievable. Are they saying something that they're over promising something? They're saying something that is not achievable. How realistic they are, how practical they are. So that is the achievable part. Relevant. What they are talking, what examples they are giving, are these relevant to our context, to the employer's context or not? And the T, time bound. How fast they can do this kind of things. So this approach, basically, we try to find out from a candidate how to handle failure and how they will do, they relate this kind of things. Now, coming to the academic background part. Now, what happens? From my personal experience, I'm telling you, I have seen a class 12 student performing well, better than a IIM graduate. Hard fact. But this is very, very exceptional case. Now, I got, you can say, how many this kind of examples you can show me? I can say, okay, 2%, 3%. So the next part I'm coming. So 97% cases, what happens? How educational background contributes. Now, in a generic note, I have seen that engineering background people, finance background people, along with certain MBA or PGDM or any kind of executive management program they have done, we have noticed a common trait. Now, what is that common trait? You will say, what will happen if I do PGDM, if I don't do PGDM? I'm just giving my example. In PGDM, I have learned a lot of subjects. I can't even remember all those subjects, what I've learned. Economics, and Philip Kotler, marketing, all those operational management, international business, all those stuff over there. But what I learned, that I can say, learn to mix with different cultures all over India, different kind of people, group activities, how to manage time, how to manage the crisis situation in a very time-bound manner, how to overcome this, how to express myself in front of another person, say from South India, I don't know Tamil, and my English is also not that strong. I'm from Bengali medium. So how to convey my message properly? So I have to upgrade myself. I have to learn the expressions, how to convey my messages. So these are the important things that people learn in post-graduation, PGDM or MBA program. So the curricular activities, international connect, kind of faculties you are in, kind of peers, friends you are with, and the kind of exposures you are getting. Now mind it, there are two things. We call it experience and exposure. Doing one thing for 10 years will give you experience. You may be perfect, but in a specific one job, particular one thing. But if you can handle multiple things in a time-bound manner, it will give you more exposures. Now, the recruitment scenario, the market scenario nowadays, the people looking for exposures, those who have more exposures. So if somebody is coming to me, I have 17 years of experience in a specific one, we call them, okay, they're expert, fine. But the experts scope, the scope of the job for experts is limited because there are not so many experts in specific fields. Like in digital marketing, like in any field, if you search for experts, you will get 50 to 100 people, not more than that. But for a junior level, medium or senior level employers, employment, basically we need this kind of exposures, multiple exposures who have multiple exposures. And this academic, coming to the academic background, PGDM or MBA, this can help you to get multiple exposures in different angles. So if you say that if I do PGDM, will I get some mileage? Yes, you will get mileage from the academic perspective, but definitely you have to upgrade your skill and you have to think, you have to blend yourself in that mentality that, I'm doing MBA, I'm spending money and I will get job. No, the first thing I have told you, it may be a bitter truth, but you have to adapt it, you have to learn from it, you have to make yourself ready for the market. So that is very important here, I want to say. So in a nutshell, definitely it will help you in majority cases. In few exceptional cases are there that I have already told you. Yes, we see even from the HS students, we get good candidate. But again, I have told you, in the long run, when they will, rise the ladder of this corporate ladder, we obviously prefer that they should also go with their, increasing their, academic background as well. So that's it. I think you understood what I have tried to say.
Yeah. Mr. Banerjee, all these particular courses are generally aimed towards bridging the gap between the industrial need and creating the skill sets according to that, right? So,
Right.
as you have connected, telling that PGDM and MBA, so is there any specific need to be a PGDM or MBA with a digital marketer? Would that add much more value than a BCom or a general graduate?
Obviously, obviously, because see, I have few statistics like we have seen some students from BCom background, from finance background. After doing digital marketing, they have been placed in like companies like PwC, who are mostly working into the financial domains, but digitally. And but the people who are coming from PGDM background at the initial level, they have a better scope of doing the negotiation, salary negotiation part. But obviously, sustain and performance. Obviously, you have to. It's completely your own area that you have to work on. But definitely, it will help people. And I think that the colleges, the universities, they should, of course, they should include this emerging trending technologies, trending subjects into their mainstream course curriculum. Because mainstream course curriculum, mainstream marketing, these all things is a good to learn to the way I have told you. But after MBA and coming directly into the job as a recruiter, what we want is the ready product mostly. So institutes, universities, they should focus into that, how to make them ready in the applicable part. Now, the applicable part, there are a lot of challenges even we face as a recruiter, as an employer. But sometimes we feel that lack of confidence from the candidate. We don't see that they are much, we need this kind of applicable things, hands-on things, so that universities, institutes, they can combine this kind of applicable courses with the mainstream curriculum and focus more into this. Because as we all know, the job market obviously will change at least for next 5-7 years. And this kind of workshops, this kind of hands-on field work, practical workshops should be done. Even I feel, rather than like webinars, obviously webinar, short webinars are good, question answer format is good, but online workshop can also be arranged in different applicable things, hands-on experience they can do with a small chunk of people, so that will give them additional mileage. So colleges, PGDM curriculum, they should obviously include this emerging technologies. Not only digital marketing, I'm also talking about all this like AR, MR, VR, AI. So all these kind of things should be included in the curriculum. So in a futuristic way, we have to think about this while designing the curriculum.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. We have learned many things, many practical knowledge we have gained from this webinar. I believe the students will also agree with me. Before I just ask the students to ask you a few questions. One last question from my side to you is, you have about various job roles, various career prospects through this digital marketer as a digital marketer. If you can tell me that what are the various modules, are they different modules that the student should start with, or how should they start approaching, or how should they start about this course? Like what are the various modules they should learn? What are the important things that should lead them towards the different directions? Is there any specialization course on this or not? So please, if you can tell us about this.
Right. I am saying that, see, digital marketing is a vast subject. Like in our company, Seven Boards Infosystem Private Limited, what we do basically, we define it for different people, like for freshers, job seekers. There is another one for professionals, and there is another one for entrepreneurs. Now, what is the difference? Now, there are basically four pillars, we call four pillars of digital marketing. The first pillar is called search engine optimization, or SEO, because 90% people, they actually search in Google to find any information. So how to go into that first page of Google? So that is called in organic way, not going by ads. So that is called the SEO, or search engine optimization. This is one core module of digital marketing. The second one, we call it online ads, that is Google ads or Facebook ads or different kind of LinkedIn ads, Instagram ads. So this is the second module. Third one is, we call it Google Analytics. Now Google Analytics, data analytics, web analytics is very important part of this. And the fourth one is the emerging and applicable cases, where people, students, they need to think in a holistic approach, that this is a business, how to onboard them digitally, how to transform them digitally. So from the research part, from the creative part, from the analytical part, from every angle, and thinking in that way and implementing this and monitoring the result. So that is also important. So these are the four pillars of digital marketing: selecting the right channels, which channels, or Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, what I need to select, how we need to create content, what are the strategies I need to take to get more and more inquiries, more leads. So these are all things are linked in digital marketing. So I think these modules should be customized depending on the needs and the level of the students. Like in our company, in Seven Boards, we have different courses for freshers who does not have any kind of knowledge in digital marketing starting from scratch. So that is one part. And then another one is the very advanced part, where already professionals, they are working, but they want to enhance their skills more. So there is a certain kind of courses there. But for college or universities, if they want to club this, I think they should start with the scratch and the basic part, and then going step by step into the advanced level with applicable areas should be there. There should be some capstone project, there should be some live projects, they should be sent to some different companies for internship on digital marketing or internship on latest emerging technologies, so that they can get some hands-on experience and the confidence. And also they can get kind of certifications from the companies itself, from the college also. So that will give them additional motivations. So I suggest this.
Thank you so much. So students, now I would leave it open house to you. So you can ask any questions you have in your mind on the sessions to Mr. Banerjee directly.
Yes, girls. Am I audible, girls? Am I audible, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, anyone has any query, please unmute yourself and ask. Or you can put your question in the chat box also.
We welcome the students to ask their questions. Anyone?
Actually,
Volunteers?
Sir has explained the things very, very clearly. It's very interesting. Yes, girls.
But I want to say one thing for all the girls here. Silence is deadly. Silence is the mother of all miscommunication. So
Very
if you
true,
want
Mr.
to,
Banerjee. So we are once again requesting all the students here
Yes,
to
girls,
please
I am also telling
ask
girls,
questions.
please ask.
Also,
Anyone,
a
any
small little
query?
request. There is a feedback form which we have enrolled out in the chat box. If you can please fill up with your views, with your suggestions, with your inputs, this feedback form. It will be very nice of us to very nice of you to
So
give me
one
your inputs.
question is asked in the chat
Yes, please
box.
come up. Yeah.
One question
Oh,
is asked.
okay. So yes, the question is,
We
can I
received two
join the digital
questions.
marketing field after graduation and do it like a full time without an MBA?
well, I'm coming to the answer. First one, can I join a digital marketing field after graduation and do it like a full time without MBA? Yes, you can. As I have told you the statistics, that many cases we have seen students, even from HS background, even after graduation, people are doing digital marketing, they are doing well. But if I go with the generic statistics, 60 to 65% people, basically what happens after graduation, they go into the digital marketing field and they got, kind of stagnant. Now, to come out of this stagnancy, we always recommend to go side by side. You also take care of your academic part, and also you go with the skill upgrade. So both in parallel you have to go. So if you have monetary problem, if you have some kind of priority in life, so you can stop one, say for academic part, you just put it here in graduation and you go with the digital marketing and then getting the job. Now what will happen after a certain time, you will see more and more people, they are academically in this stage, and also digital marketing, they know this. So where is your position now? Your position is at bottom area, right? So you have to evolve, you have to upgrade. So what is required here? My point here, you can start, but you should think in that way, that you joined in this level, now you done digital marketing in that way, but your academic background here, another person will come whose academic background is here, and he or she has also the same knowledge of digital marketing and giving better ROI to the company, so your value will go down. So for that reason, I will say that marketing, PGDM, of course, or any kind of executive program, executive MBA, executive program will give you better mileage, right? For my personal case also, at the time when I was very young, that time I thought, I have done engineering. What is the use of that engineering? I could do a normal graduation. Then I have done my MBA. Then again, after MBA, at the time of MBA, I thought, uh, what is the value of this MBA? When I understood the value of the MBA, when I have started my entrepreneur journey. I'm not talking about, I recall every single line of Philip Kotler, but the campus, but the communication, the cultural, cross-cultural activities, the time boundness, all these actually enriched my, value addition in life. And that is why I have done this kind of enthu or tenacity to do these kind of things. So obviously there is a contribution. I can't deny that. That's a second question I can see
So
here.
so there is also another question, I think, which I think we missed out. What is the difference between inbound and outbound
Yes,
marketing?
inbound marketing is called like the activities I will do to attract customers spontaneously to in front of me to me, right? So that is the inbound part. That means I will not spend money on advertisements. Now push activities. Now what is push activities? You get an SMS, you get a WhatsApp broadcast message, you got an email with some promotional offer. So actually you have not longed for, but people are sending, companies are sending. So this is called outbound push. What is inbound? You search digital marketing course in Kolkata, you search digital marketing institutes in Kolkata, you get name of 7 words at the top position. So that means it's organic, so you will come to me, searching by me. If you search top business school in Kolkata, you will get the name of CVS in Google list. So this is called the inbound part. That means I will do good activities, great content, and automatically people, I will give proper right information. People will come to me for the inquiries. That is called inbound. So I am not actually spending a lot of money for ads or push activities. Rather, I am focusing on the content, the right kind of information, right value, providing to my audience, and they will come to me spontaneously. So that is the difference of inbound and outbound. Okay. Another question I can see here. Sir, I am very fortunate to be a part of this webinar. Thank you. My question is how to understand the niche for my product, and also if I don't have the minimum fund to start a website or blog, then what would be the alternative? See, niche is basically you, even if you need that, you have to match it with your passion. But what kind of niche you are passionate with, and then you have to study, you have to research, is this niche is giving fruitful result in earning money or not. So if you have this kind of problem, you can anytime come down to me, I can guide you better. But this answer cannot be given in a very specific single line here. But I can say there are alternatives as well. If you don't have money even to buy a domain name or making a website, now buying a domain name or making a website, it will cost you hardly 6,000 to 7,000 rupees per year, 1 year. But even if you don't have that money, you can start with, there are a lot of free alternative free platforms. Google Blogger, Blogspot, WordPress, there are a lot of platforms, Wix website. So you can build them. You can social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, these are all free as of now in that way. So you can promote many companies, many businesses. You can see many people, they're doing businesses, they're boutique businesses, their restaurant food delivery businesses, they're only doing on Facebook or Instagram. So they are doing well. So you can do it. There are alternatives. Okay. Next question, are gig jobs and part-time jobs are the same? Not exactly. Gig jobs are required for specific skill set, and part-time jobs, these are kind of, just giving you one example here. I need virtual assistant job. Like I don't need to recruit a permanent employee, but I have some day-to-day activities, admin activities I want to do it, and I can recruit a part-time worker, part-time job. That is a part-time job. Gig-based work, I want to specifically target West Bengal audience, youth, youngsters for my specific courses, and I want it through social media, Instagram or Facebook, and with some kind of fun content. Very specific requirements, specific skill set is required, and if I want to give it to the specific person who has this exposure, so this is gig. So gig-based job is basically specific skill-based jobs, where part-time jobs may be ongoing part-time jobs. So contract employee, that is kind of, you can say kind of part-time jobs, but focus mostly into gig-based jobs. Specialized, more exposure, where you have more practical exposure, you are kind of, you know this kind of work, so you can get this kind of jobs. So that is why I have told you, even mixing a video on mobile phone, even doing some fun activities on Instagram can give you a job, because nowadays things are changing, companies are recruiting in that way. So be into everywhere, and then prioritize your learning, and then continue your learning. Any more question?
Yes, one more question we have. One more question, Mr. Banerjee. It's from Khushi Agarwal. The question is, good afternoon, sir. My question is, how digital marketing is better than other types of marketing strategies?
See, I don't want to, downgrade or like say other activities, other marketing things are not good. Everything is interlinked, but why the importance on digital? Because you all can understand that most of the youngsters like you, at our time, I have got my mobile phone in my college, in my MBA college. But at your time, at this generation, you start your day checking the mobile, checking your Facebook updates, your friends update, or you post something. So this is the fact. I'm not denying it. So you can understand that if the audience, they are engaged with smartphone, with mobile, with internet so much, like their day-to-day activities. So what does marketing mean? Marketing means, for companies, they want to reach more and more people, so that they can recall, they can perceive their name in their mind in a positive way. So that is why they want to reach more and more people. Now, how to reach more and more people? It's not like that they go with the trend. If majority of people, they are using smartphones, majority of people, they are using internet, So companies, they are compelled to go through internet. So that is why the digital part is booming. So it is not like that the traditional marketing is dead. No, is required because there are offline store, offline presence, everything is linked. But importance in digital, that is the reason, because if you check the statistics, we have 697 million people, they are actually using internet in India. So it's a huge 697, almost 700, and it will go to 950. And social media, active social media users 250 million, more than 250 million. I'm talking about 2020 data. So if it's a huge market and this many people, they are using social media, they are using smartphones, they're using internet, tier 1 city, tier 2 cities, in rural areas, so 5G is coming. So obviously companies are also going with the trend. So that is why digital is getting more and more priority, and it will be there, and it will evolve, and it will disrupt. We call it, this is the term, I don't know whether you know it or not. This is called DSD, doorstep delivery. Now what is doorstep delivery? Now you can go with Grofers, or you can go with Amazon. You can order something, you can go with Swiggy or Zomato. You order something, they will come to your doorstep, they will send you the order. Now Spencer, they were completely offline store, but after COVID, what they have started, with WhatsApp marketing. You send them WhatsApp that these are the list I need from your nearest Spencer's store. They will send you a OTP, and along with the SMS, they will send their own delivery person to your home. So they have also started the TSD part. So it's like with the train, where people are there, where your customers are there, you have to reach. And reach how? That depends on you. You have to see the data, you have to research the trend, and accordingly you have to step in. Now, if I see that everybody using, suppose if I see everybody is using drone, so I will obviously jump into the drone one. Otherwise, you will get, competitors will go ahead of you. So it's a simple rule of life. The similar thing I have told you. Like if you think that, okay, I have done my MBA, I have got a job done, my life is set. You are wrong. You have to upgrade yourself. You have to continuously learn yourself. So that is the main thing, I think. So that is why it is better than other marketing strategies, because without spending that much of money with a TV ad, radio ad, you will spend huge. But with this, you'll spend lesser than that. You can reach globally. Like sitting here at my home, I can reach all of you sitting in different places. And it is also going Facebook Live. Other people from other countries also can see me. So see the reach. So that is why digital marketing, we say it's better.
But sir, I just wanted to say that still in India, there's no master's college for digital marketing yet.
Not exactly. Why there is no college? I'm just telling you one point here. Because this is completely skill-based training and completely applied technologies are there. Now, for any kind of colleges, they must have some kind of set curriculum. Now, this set curriculum, it is very difficult for digital marketing to prepare a very set curriculum for a specific timeline, because every day technical upgrade, strategic upgrade, and things are changing. So that is why there is no as such specific college completely on digital marketing. So that is why colleges were providing the PGDM degree, diploma, or MBA. They are coming up, tying up with different other companies, other organizations who are into this kind of field, and they are doing this kind of applicable add-on courses with their mainstream syllabus. So that is the important point here, because the day it will come like a specific MBA or PGDM college with digital marketing, there may not be the kind of syllabus. There will be a gap of industry academia connect again, like the traditional engineering. And if you go with Infosys and TCS, the type of work, the type of people they want, it's vastly, majorly, there is a major difference. So actually,
So
they are not getting this kind of things.
Why is this domain looked after that everyone can just hop in? Like when it comes to CA, people like you have to be like brilliant or smart to do CA. But why is it not in this case?
I could not get your point.
Like
can you
if
repeat
it
once?
comes to CA, people say you have to be good with numbers and all. But when it comes to digital marketing, people just consider it as a small thing, which everyone can do it. And it is considered more as a side thing. Since I am doing digital marketing, so I see this perception in our age group also and an elderly age group also, that people
No,
think
this
it is a
perception,
side
see,
work.
this perception, I somehow partially agree with your perception, what you were saying. This perception is still there, but why it is, why people are saying this? Because of the noise, because of this COVID, you have seen there are a lot of things, a lot of companies that are coming up without any kind of right kind of agenda, and normal people, they are seeing that, okay, everyone, every A, every B, every C, every Z, they are coming, they are saying they are digital marketing expert. So this is certain, in the market conditions, there are certain things that people are actually perceiving this kind of things like CA, that is better, or kind of engineering. These are all perception. It will change, I can guarantee you. Just on a fun part, I am saying, the time I started digital marketing career, that time digital word was not there. It was called web marketing, internet marketing. And that time it was very tough for me to make people understand what actually I do. People asked me, was it a cyber cafe? Was it a kind of, you you have a computer shop? So they don't understand it. But I know that one day that will come that people know about it, and I will get the first mover advantage. So you should be very, I have told you, multiple exposures, and be an expert in your field. Then nobody can beat you. Perception will change with time, with things, because
Oh, but the
nowadays
perception
how
of
things will
this
change, I'm
particular
saying.
age group is also there.
Yes, now you will see that many people, they will say, okay, I also know digital marketing, but then the actual competition will come. Where is the strategy? Where is the cream part? So wait for that day. Okay, so that will obviously, definitely that will come.
Thank you
But
so
for
much,
those
sir.
people who are with this perception, you just do with your work silently and roar with success, and then you see their perception, what they say. All the best.
Surely, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you.
Sir, first of all, I would like to thank you for your insightful session. So my question is related to inbound marketing that you explained just now, that through inbound marketing, how can company create a loyal or a right customer? That, like, how can they get a right or loyal customer through inbound or retarget marketing?
There is a certain difference. What you have told me, inbound and retargeting is a little bit different. I'm just correcting you. Inbound means I am providing value without pushing my customers. So how I can provide value to my customers without pushing them? On my website, on my different other platforms, I can give them information. I can give them something that can add value to their life. For example, we have our academy website where you can go and you can see a lot of free tutorials, lot of free certifications are given. Now you will ask me, why have you given this kind of free things? Because we not only want to, keep education in a way that education should be, basic education should be free for all. So in that same philosophy, we have kept it like, you come to our website, you learn SEO completely free, you learn many tutorials, and if you need additional hands-on experience, internship, and all those stuff, then we have our premium courses. Similarly, these things will, this is called the inbound part. Now, why inbound part will create loyal customers? I'm coming to that part. We call it binge, B-I-N-G, binge marketing tactics or relationship buildup. Now, what is relationship buildup? Suppose if I giving you a complete 1 year free SEO course at your own pace, you come to my website, you download my app, 7bots app, you download from Google, and you log in there with your Gmail, very easy, and you start reading. And I will not push you anything. Say for 1 year, you will see lot of contents, tutorials are coming up, you read it, and then there obviously you will have that credibility that, okay, this company, they are providing some good value. Now after 1 year, maybe out of 100 people, 30 people or 40 people, they can come to me and say, sir, I have following you up for last 1 year, and I have found your content very insightful, and I want to learn more, and I want to pay you for your charges. So that is our reward. So that loyal customer base, if I give them good value, then what I can do, they can be my brand ambassador. So similar thing, companies are working, focusing on the inbound part because of this, so that they can get more and more loyal customers, and the loyal customers can be their best brand ambassador. Word of mouth thing, we call it. So that is why you can see many companies, they're providing you different kind of like many medical websites, you can see free information there. Even if you go with many other companies, even I think the retail ones also, they are doing this kind of things. Many other agencies also, they are coming up with this kind of information that you can learn something, you can get out of it. So this is called binge or relationship marketing. You can see many software companies, they're coming up with 30-day trial, free trial, no credit card required. You go with Ghana, you go with Spotify, free music for all. If you go with YouTube also, you get all these things free. Some ads you can see. Also there are sometimes they will prompt you YouTube Premium. So similar thing, Geo. Initially they have started with all this kind of free things. Relationship, binge marketing. You can see with the Vodafone, VI app, you go with the red plan, they will give you Netflix for 1 year free. They will give you Amazon Prime 1 year free. What is this? You will be delighted to get this. 1 year, you'll be their loyal customer, and the next year renewal, out of 100 people, 50 people will renew. So that is called the relationship building. You will be habituated, you will be addicted, and then you cannot deny. Same with the Google. Like Google started their free Google Meet app with recording facility. After 6 months, they stopped the recording facility. But companies, those who are using that Google Meet, they could not get out of it. They have to purchase them. So that is the binge tactics. Okay. Understood? So
Yeah,
that is where you get loyal customers.
I understand. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Banerjee, for your
Thank you.
time, for sharing so much insightful knowledge with us. I believe all the students have really, they have enjoyed your session. So thank you so much for all the audience for participating in this webinar. So I would like to share with you this, that Mr. Banerjee, apart from being the CEO of 7 boards, he is also the professor of part-time professor of your Calcutta Business School. So thank you so much. So I'll now let this over to Mr. Mitro to carry it forward.
Thank you very much, Professor Mondal and Mr. Banerjee. Before we slowly come to the end of the session, I would request, Sir, I would request the Secretary General of the Vidya Mandir Society, Brigadier, to kindly say a few words.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Calcutta Business School. Thank you very much, Mr. Banerjee. It has really been an enlightening session. I would certainly like to share some of my thoughts on the issue as well, because I have been a user of digital marketing for some time now. In my previous profession also, we called it and we used it as psychological warfare. We talked in terms of perception management. And as I see it objectively, the whole digital marketing scenario looks to me like perception management. Of course, in physical perception management, you are interacting with a person. Here, it is not interaction. It is only a one-way street. Primarily, it's a one-way street. And if you actually try and further amplify this digital marketing and look into its various components, I will not go into the assets. I think assets Mr. Banerjee has taken quite in detail, but certainly I would like to look at something which has changed its meaning. There's a phrase called applied intelligence. Now, applied intelligence in human beings is primarily application of the intelligence that you possess. I mean, some people call it common sense also, which in reality is quite uncommon, a very cliched usage, definitely, but very, very relevant. One of the most uncommon things is common sense, and that is applied intelligence as far as psychology is concerned. But there is applied intelligence in the digital marketing scenario as well. It talks of, when I amplify, you will understand how logically the whole thing proceeds. One is artificial intelligence. I think everybody in this forum today understands what is applied intelligence, which subsequently is led to analytics, which means primarily analysis. And then it goes on to automation. Now, when these three things get connected, you have something known as amplification of human ingenuity. The applied intelligence that I was talking of psychologically. And there had been very interesting questions as well. And those questions primarily related to the micro level functioning. But I think had you been very clear on the macro issues, you would have apparently understood the micro level functioning also. Because there cannot be a more powerful tool in the hands of a young generation which can change the perception of society. And all those of you who want to practice digital marketing, I'm sure should now realize what kind of a powerful tool you have. So long as you are able to create synergy between the artificial intelligence, analytics, and automation, I think sky is going to be the limit for you. And all these things, mind you me, does not actually require a very, very structured form of study. Though efforts are on, if you Google it out, you will see that there are so many short-term courses available, ranging from 7 hours to 30-hour courses on artificial intelligence. Of course, the effort is to structure it, but wherever the human element is involved and wherever you are looking at perception management, I think you need to identify your goal and then only proceed. So long as you do that, I think that kind of structured education and that kind of structured course planning may not be very, very relevant. Of course, it is not absolutely irrelevant, certainly is relevant. The last thing that I want to touch upon, each one of you, is that all of you are leaders. I think you consider yourself as leaders, all of you. And leadership, you belong to that class of leadership which creates growth, which generates commerce, which generates economy. What you can easily identify as economic leadership or business leadership. There are 2-3 other forms of leadership which are so very important to a society. But this business leadership being one of the more practical aspects. Now, in that, you remember that there are certain quantified qualities of leadership. I'm sure you must be getting your exposure to that. But there are 2-3 identified qualities which stand out with respect to the digital marketing. And of course, one of them, the first and foremost of them, is adaptability. Again, that is part of, if you look at it in the broader perspective, it is adaptability is part of the broader applied intelligence scenario. And of course, you need to have logical and a systematic approach, which means a logical and systematic thinking. This is what your curriculum has been doing to you, training you to think logically and systematically. Your artificial intelligence also does the same. Your analytics also does the same. But remember, they are tools at the hands of the human beings. So therefore, your logical and systematic approach is going to guide these two important tools. And of course, the third is the applied intelligence itself. The application of the intelligence that you gather. Now, intelligence is not only IQ or EQ or whichever way people define it. This is also something which is determined and guided by your exposure. Had you not been exposed to this webinar today, I'm sure there are so many aspects of functioning in the field of marketing that you may not have become aware of. So therefore, exposure means a lot. Of course, in my good old days when I was a youngster, everybody talked of reading. Must read, must read. Today also, that reference hasn't changed. You still ought to read, but my generation read books, and you read on the internet. You read on the digital platform. So therefore, smart old people like me will come across and change your perception. Feed you what I think you should read. And then you continue reading, and then you see, the best perception managers, best digital marketing experts are today are poll managers, election managers. If you see the election of the President of the United States of America, big clash between two lines of thought. And the battle was fought on the digital platform. The battle was fought on the media platform. And as relevant it is to the US scenario, it is to the Indian scenario as well. We are undergoing the whole process here, sitting here in Kolkata. Each one of you is experiencing what's happening on the digital platform and how perceptions are being attempted to be managed. So therefore, if they can do it, so can you as professionals, provided you are able to identify which way you want to go and where you want to reach. It's a wonderful, wonderful platform that has evolved over a period of time. And I can say with assurance that in the last 2 years, as Secretary General of Vidya Mandir Society, I have used digital marketing both intensively and extensively, and I think our organization has benefited considerably from it. Thank you very much. I wish all the very best to Calcutta Business School and their thought-provoking endeavors. I think for anybody, it would be a big boost to study at the Calcutta Business School. I think we have the right kind of ambience, the right kind of faculty, and the right kind of approach to syllabus planning, which is going to lead the students to become effective and efficient business leaders. And what adds to the whole thing is what I saw in the video, the 100% placement. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you very much, Brigadier, for your kind words and encouragement to the students as well as all of us in Calcutta Business School. As you rightly say, placement has been our very, very clean forte with 100% placement records. With the kind of industry connects that we have. We thank you very much, all the students, the faculties, and everyone. A special thanks to Mr. Sunil Roy, who has been behind this, technically behind this webinars that we plan from time to time. a special thanks to him. And last but not the least, let us thank our Secretary General, Mrs. Brotati Bhattacharya, who is also the backbone of these webinars, giving us continuous feedbacks and ideas how to improve them and make them extremely interesting for students. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you very much, and we welcome you once again. We will welcome you for the next set of interactive sessions like this. Again, just to remind you, kindly fill up the feedback form so that we can share the e-certificates with you. Thank you, everyone.
Students may leave now. The teachers have recorded your attendance also, and we will get back.
Excellence centered on excellence.
You must have heard about this word called VUCA, but here at Calcutta Business School, we mean vision, understanding, collaboration, and creative thinking, and everything to do with an artist point of view with a lot of art form. Come and join us.
Calcutta Business School, a unit of Shakshatan Foundation, has started its journey in 2008. As a part of its collaboration, we have started an initiative with British Council Classroom Connecting Project through Global Learning. As a part of it, we are now connecting Forth Valley College of Scotland. As a result, we have submitted a project proposal which already been appreciated by them in tune with Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations. We are basically highlighting the community development project, quality education and social initiatives, along with connecting classrooms and student exchange program. I am very much confident that this effort will get a real success in the days ahead. Thank you.
As a manager, one would have to manage drones, androids, robots, apart from human resource. So you have to communicate with them, right? So in order to achieve that level of excellence, IoT, that is Internet of Things, and machine learning, analytics, data science, now we are all doing a lot of work in this area, but apart from that, IoT, as I mentioned, and also quantum computing.
It also puts heavy emphasis on data handling and business analytics and uses databases and software like CMIE Prowess, Metastock, R, and SAP.
Calcutta Business School is the best management institute in Eastern India.
Kindly bear with us for the technical, sleuth that we're experiencing while we watch the video. We will just resume in a few seconds, I'm sure. Mr. Sunil, can we have the video once again, please? I think it just got a bit slow. We are waiting for the video. Kindly wait and just bear with us for a few seconds. It's nothing but a technical glitch. As you know, it happens very often nowadays, these kind of webinars and large forums. We call it streaming problem in the terms of digital marketing. I'm sorry, I think there is a technical glitch, as we say, but never mind. It was a very, very interesting session with participation from all of you, and we will welcome more feedback from you. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will come back to you with more such sessions in the near future. Thank you very much as we log off for the day. Thanks to all of you from Calcutta Business School.